Welcome back, everybody, to a very windy but relatively warm day. I take pride in that I ride all year long, and it's not too often that I can say I've spent one whole week off the Spider, unless I, take a vacation with the family or something like that. But it has literally been a week since I've been able to ride. And as you can see, the roads are stained white. They have dumped so much salt in the last week. We may have had a combined 1 inch of snow all of last week, and I mean, they throw down so much salt. So I am just very grateful and lucky that I can go for a ride. And it's one of those rides I have no clue where I'm going. I don't have the Garmin. My wife is visiting a friend in Pennsylvania, so she is taking my Garmin, and I am stuck with my old TomTom that I gave to my daughter. And I don't really like the TomTom. Probably just because I really never sat down and figured out how to use the stupid thing. So with not knowing where I'm going, if I find a new road, I'll definitely jump down it today. I really don't want to be behind these people. Because what happens with there's this much salt on the roads, when a car runs through it, it's just like a dirt road. It just kicks it up, and then you just get covered in salt. I can tell I haven't had the camera on either for a while. I should be able to pass these people up here. And what are they doing? Like I was gonna say, with all the salt on the road, I probably shouldn't attack these corners too hard. I've never seen so much salt before in my life. But it's good to get out and ride. I hate when it's so windy because this helmet's not the best. The screen shield, the visor. Oh, this stuff sucks to ride on. The visor seal, it's hard plastic, and there's nothing that really seals the wind. So this is probably one of the loudest helmets I've ever owned. So I think when I do a next helmet, I'm gonna do some type of research and get I'm not gonna drop $700 on a helmet, but get a helmet that is definitely not quite so loud, especially at 50 miles per hour. This salt is moving me around like I'm freaking driving on sand. That is nuts how much salt they've thrown down on this back road. And I'm on 374. It's one of my favorite go-to roads. It's close to the house, and when it's cold and you haven't been out for a while, when I haven't been out for a while, I try to stay close to the house that first ride. And through the summer, you know, I don't worry about it too much, and heat kills a battery just as quick as the cold does, if not more. But what I do in the winter months, because it, you know, it can be 4 days, 5 days. This time it was 6 days. My last time I got out and rode was last Sunday. I do keep it plugged into a maintainer. And that way it keeps that battery up and ready to go. But in the summer months I don't, because this thing, literally, if I don't get on it every day, I mean, then something's wrong. So I don't keep it on a maintainer. And all of my rides, I never do I hardly ever just hop on it and run a quick errand and then I'm done. You know, if I have to run an errand, I'll take this thing, but then I'm going for a ride afterwards, or I'm going for a ride before, and then when I'm done with my ride, I run the errand. So this thing never gets started and ridden 5 minutes and then brought back home and put away. It's always, you know, a long ride. You know, today it's I don't know, it's 1 o'clock already. Holy crap, that sucks. It's already 1 o'clock, so you know, I don't have to be home until dinner time. So you know, I have a good 4 hours to mess around and see where I'm going to end up. But more than likely, you know, with the wife out of town, I'm going to keep it close to home. But this wind is nuts. I don't know if you can pick up the I don't even know what that is, tall grass blowing in the wind. And without leaves on trees, you don't realize how hard the wind is, and then you'll come to an open section like this and it almost pushes you off the spider. The wind's so stout. So as you can see through here, I mean, there's hardly any salt being thrown down. So I don't, you know, it's a pretty steep incline, so maybe that's why they've just absolutely dumped tons of salt back there. And not only that, but it is in the shade and it doesn't see sun, so I can imagine it stays a lot cooler. So I think I'm going to let everybody go. I'm going to put some music in to deafen this wind noise. And I'm going to take a well-deserved ride. So stay safe, everybody. And I'll see everybody in a few days or later today. We'll see.